to execute any of the instruction. So now we'll take one instruction, so where the operands are specified in the registers, and another example where the operand is specified as a memory location. So according to this, we'll discuss what are the steps it is required to go through. The first instruction, this is very important. In module 5, you're going to learn in detail. You have to write the basic steps required to execute any of the given instructions based on either single bus or multi-bus. So we'll start with the first instruction. So I already explained in the previous method that the instruction will be stored into the memory. Okay, so that instruction of the program, it is read from the keyboard and it is stored into the memory. So now whenever execution starts, the processor is going to fetch the first instruction, and the address of this first instruction is present in a program counter. Program counter is holding the address of this instruction, and that is transferred to MAR, memory address register, and also control unit. It is going to generate the read signal. Then it is going to read this after some memory access time elapses. So the required data, it is not data actually here, it is an instruction. It is going to be available in after memory access time or memory access time elapses. So the required instruction, it is transferred to MDR. From MDR, this is an instruction, so it should be transferred to instruction register IR. From IR, now the instruction is ready for the execution at the processor side. So that instruction need to be decoded. So whenever the instruction is ready and it is present in IR, it is ready for the decode operation. So I already explained what is the meaning of decode. So if you are taking, it is going to identify what is the opcode or what is the operation to be performed. So based on this, it is going, after decoding, it comes to know what is the operation to be performed. Is it requires any ALU operation or it is just data transfer instruction? So according to the instruction what we have considered, it requires an ALU operation. Then that instruction is transferred to ALU. So in the ALU, it is going to find out the operation to be performed is addition, and it is going to check for the operands. So is it operands or the operands are available in the registers, or is it requires the operands are access to be from the memory location? If it is according to our instruction, it is available in the register. It does not require any memory access. So immediately it is going to perform the ALU operation. That is, it is going to add the content of or not. So the meaning of this instruction is content of or not is added with the content of R1, and the result is stored back into register R1. So here this instruction does not require any memory operation with respect to the operands. The final result also, it is stored in the temporary register. It does not require to write back into the memory. So according to the operands, whatever it is specified in the instruction, accordingly the steps it is going to take place. This is very simple. You need to understand these are the basic steps it is going to take place. So next we have another instruction. It also performs the same operation. Only thing is here the operand we have specified as memory location. Accordingly, it requires once the instruction is ready at the ALU till here, it is going to follow the same steps till here. So you can just recall the instruction, the address of this instruction, it is available in program counter, and that is transferred to MAR, and also control unit, it is going to generate the read signal. So after time elapses, memory access time elapses, so now required data, required instruction, it is going to be transferred to MDR. From MDR, it is transferred to instruction register. Now instruction is ready for execution. So once the instruction is ready for execution, it is going to perform the decode operation. It is going to find out, the processor is going to find out what is the operation to be performed. This is called as opcode, and these two we call it as opcode, indicates what operation, and these two are called operands. There may be 3 operand instruction, 2 operand instruction, so that we are going to discuss further. According to this instruction, we have 2 operands. So now after decoding, it comes to know that it requires ALU operation, and the instruction is transferred to ALU. ALU is going to perform the required operation, and it comes to know that it requires the operand should be fetched from the memory. So num1, it is a memory location. It needs to be fetched from the memory. Then what is the steps to read the data from memory? So the address of this particular memory, it is transferred to MAR, and the control unit is going to generate the read signal. It is going to generate the read signal. Then after once again memory, it requires some amount of time to get that data from memory location. So that memory access time elapses, the required data, that the operand value num1 value, it is going to be available in MDR. From MDR, it is transferred to ALU. Then once the required operand is available at the ALU, and it is also going to check the second operand. So here, according to the instruction, the second operand is a register. It does not require any memory operation. So in that case, it performs the addition of these 2 operands. That is, num1 is added with the content of register R1, and the result of this operation, it is once again stored into register R1. It does not require any memory operation. You can just take another example, that is add, where you can specify the destination or the second operand as the memory location. So in that case, whatever the result you are going to get, that you need to write back into the memory. So example num1 comma sum. So this is nothing but sum is equal to num1 plus sum, and the result, whatever we are getting, the final result, that it requires memory write operation. So in that case, it requires to send address of this memory location to MDR. Just proceed from here. So the address of this sum should be transferred to MAR, and what is the data it needs to write, that is, it requires to write into the memory. So that data should be sent to MDR, and also control unit, it is going to generate the write operation. So having these 3 information, it is going to write the final result into a memory location sum. So this is how, based on the instruction or the operand specified, the execution is going to take place. It is not for, the steps are going to vary depending on the type of operands are specified.